We're not interested in regular gains in 305. We're interested in making gains that are stupid. Stupid gains, stupid, just fucking sick with it. Sick with it. Stupid gains. Really stupid gains.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Yep, that's right. Welcome everyone to episode 305 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex. Our biceps. Everest K2 flexing on you, getting yoked like it ain't no joke, lit like a tit. I am on fire. Get in your bomb shelters, the fallout shelter, get somewhere safe, get underground, get in a bathtub, get in a doorway, you know the usual. Knowledge nukes are going to be dropping like flies today. Lots of nukes, and I feel like there's been a lot of nukes dropped yesterday and the day before. So just remember that premium is going off the chain. And I'll tell you why in a little bit, because today there's a lot more stuff going in premium. I'm doing some filming for premium today. I am also doing another live broadcast in premium. There's a lot of shit going down in Swolenormous Premium. And just a reminder, if you're not yet in Swolenormous Premium, there's a link in the description so you can get your 7-day trial. It is going off the chain. So those of you that are already members of Premium, you already know it's great, but the content and the focus of everything in the brand is really it's like the eye of Sauron is just focused on Premium. It's like, meh. Frodo's in Premium running around, so we're all going there. And that's what, that's the theme of Swolenormous right now, is all in on Premium. So make sure you go there and sign up for your free trial, because a lot of content, I'm just going to overload. You already hate me from all the content, but I'm just going to make you hate me more with more content. So today's episode, the push-up, not the perfect push-up, but the absolute epic approach to doing a push-up, doing more push-ups, doing a better push-up, learning how to do a push-up properly. So yesterday we were on that negative tip. Yesterday, we were on that negative tip discussing how to do negatives, what negatives are, and how you do negatives with a pull-up. Well, today, we're going to discuss a little bit about negatives with a push-up. The same concept from yesterday. If you missed episode 304, you're going to have to watch it, because that is a great setup and that is a great foundation for this episode. So you really should go back and watch 304 after this if you haven't watched that already. So yesterday's episode 304 talked about negatives. We talked about how the same muscles that work decelerating the movement on the way down, for example, with a pull-up on the way down, the same muscles on the way down work on the way up. The same muscles during a push-up work on the way down when you're going closer to the ground. The same muscles that push away from the ground. The same muscles work on the way up and down. And this happens with every exercise. I want you to think about that. The same muscles work both directions. If you're doing a curl, the same muscles are contracting on the way up as the same muscles that are contracting on the way down. This is a very important concept that most people don't even think about. The same muscles are doing the concentric and the eccentric contraction. When you're doing a push-up, the same muscles are working on the way down as on the way up. However, they're working differently, right? The muscles, when they are decelerating on the way down, they are keeping you from smashing your face into the ground. They are resisting gravity. They are slowing. They are deaccelerating you. Deaccelerating is a combination if you haven't heard that term before. So it's the deceleration of your speed. If you just let go of your hands, you just let go of the ground, boom, you just face plant and break your face. But your muscles are producing some force to slow your descent to the ground. Then when you push away, when you push up from a push-up, you are overcoming that force. The same muscles are working. This is the principle of negatives. And yesterday, just to recap, we concluded that the muscles are stronger while they are lengthening. They are stronger while they are doing the negative or the eccentric portion of the contraction. While the muscles are lengthening, they are stronger than them when they're trying to overcome force, when they're trying to work against gravity. And that makes sense. You're stronger when you're working with gravity. However, you're not slowing down and you're not overcoming the entire force of the weight. If you were to equal the weight, if you were to produce as much force in your muscles as the resistance, for example, in a push-up, if you were to produce exactly equal, you wouldn't move. That's the same concept as if you're holding at the top or holding in the middle or holding at the bottom. Same thing for a pull-up. If you're holding at the top, the muscle is producing equal force, no more, no less, and you're holding in place. That's actually the second strongest contraction. So the strongest is when you're going with force of gravity. For example, the downward portion of a pull-up or the lowering motion of a push-up. The second strongest contraction is when you're isometric, when you're not changing any length, when you're not changing direction. You are holding in one spot. That's the second strongest. And the weakest is when you're trying to overcome, when you're trying to push yourself up off the ground, when you're trying to pull yourself up. And here is the kicker. That was a lot of science and that was a lot of information, but here's the kicker. Think about this. When you tell someone, or when you struggle with the last few reps of a pull-up, when you struggle with the last few reps of a push-up, when you can't do a push-up, when you can't do a pull-up, what portion are you thinking about when you say, oh, I can't do a pull-up? Are you thinking, oh, I can't do a pull-up? You're not thinking of the way down. Oh, I can't do a push-up. You're not thinking about on the way down. Push up, pull up, push up, pull up. You get it? Most people fail at push-ups and pull-ups because they think, oh, I can't pull up. I can't push up. So I can't do a push-up or a pull-up. Well, that's true. If you can't do a push-up or a pull-up, you can't do that portion of the exercise. But you can do the isometric, and if you can't do that, you can do the eccentric, you could do the downward portion, you could do the negative. And like we discussed yesterday, the same muscles are working as on the upward motion of both of those exercises. So let us get rid of this idea that you can't do something, first of all. If you can't do something, it's not that you can't do it, it's just that you haven't practiced enough to do it. The same goes for yoga, the same goes for weight training, the same goes for math and doing calculus, the same goes for cooking. Even if you suck at cooking, even if you suck and you're like, oh my God, I'm terrible at cooking, I couldn't even cook cereal. It's like, shut up, you could cook cereal, you don't have to cook it, you idiot, you just pour it in a bowl with milk, you fool. What are you like, putting the cereal in a bowl? I'm like, milk time, yeah, oh, it's over here. No, you just don't try and you don't practice. And the reason why you don't try and practice is because you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. It's boring to you. You don't like it and you don't have an interest in cooking. And guess what? That is just fine. You're not supposed to be interested in everything. So you don't like cooking. You don't like, culinary arts. No big deal. It doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is you have not practiced enough to get good at that skill. So, especially to anyone here, that's right, Megan, my muscles are worked from the 90-day dash. And that's one of the premises of my program, the 90-day dash, is that we are working from the ground up or working from the stabilizers. And this is not a beginner program, nor it is an advanced program. It's a overall program for any skill level. For any skill level, no matter what your strengths are or weaknesses are, see what I did there? No matter what your skills are, you can progress this. You can make it harder, you can make it more challenging. And there are great ways to progress this program. And of course, after people have been doing it for 60, 90 days or more, I'm going to start introducing some other ways so you can progress it, so you can continue to do the program and update it. And also, in premium, that's where a lot of this continuing education happens. 90-day dash group is specific to the 90-day dash. But my Swolenormous premium group, the link is in my description, is where you get a lot of extra yoga demonstrations, yoga flows, live workouts, live workout demonstrations. Like yesterday, I broke down live the pull-up method with negatives. And today I'm going to do the same thing for the push-up. So I am going to actually break down the same way I did yesterday. And the great thing about premium is that you have your private YouTube playlist. You have all the videos in the actual videos tab, and I'm also going to, these little live broadcasts and demos are going to be uploaded into albums so they're organized, so you guys can always reference that. So if you haven't signed up for your 7-day free trial, really, what are you waiting for? It's time to do that. Just click the link and, just make that commitment to yourself. Get in premium, and if you're in premium right now, float some thumbs, leave some comments below for anyone that's kind of on the fence, and for anyone that's not sure that they really want to give a shit about their health. I mean, come on, you spend more money on freaking tacos and french fries than you do on your health. It's really foolish. So float some thumbs, leave a couple comments about how premium rocks their world. Say, premium rocks my world. And you have to hashtag that because no one's going to search it, but it's true. And that's really where the behind the scenes are. So when it comes down to push-ups and pull-ups, let me reiterate why this is so important and why the last two episodes, why 304 and 305 is so important, these last two episodes. Push-ups and pull-ups are about as functional as it gets. Push-ups and pull-ups are about as functional as it gets. Whether you are young, 20, 30, 40, or old, 60, 70, 80, or 90, you're going to need to push yourself up out of bed. You're going to need to push yourself up off the ground. Do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? Hell, do you even have great grandkids? And you need to get up off the ground after playing with them. It's like a squat or a lunge, kneeling and standing up, pulling yourself up, grabbing onto a railing and pulling yourself up as you stand up. You might not, as you get older, you might lose some strength and some muscle tone. You might need a little bit of a boost to get up off the ground, but do you have the upper body strength to help your lower body to pull yourself up? These are all very, very important and very real things that you are going to have to deal with. These are very real struggles that you're going to have, that some of you are going to suffer from if you don't take advantage now. I'm not saying that Swolenormous Premium and the 90-day dash is the be-all and end-all of fitness, but it's an absolutely fantastic fucking way to start. And if you are coming across this broadcast because someone that you know shared it, by the way, if you haven't shared today's broadcast, hit that share button because this is exactly the information that people need to hear about, because most people think they're not in shape because they can't do a push-up or a pull-up. If you are stumbling across this and you are not taking your fitness seriously, I am telling you, in about 10, 15 years, you're going to wake up like a slap in the face and you're going to be fat, overweight if you're not already, and you're going to have metabolic diseases, you're going to have issues, you're going to have knee pain, back pain, and to the point where you may not be able to alleviate it completely ever again. And that is just the fact. Some people are late bloomers and they can save themselves and they can stay mobile, but most of you are going to all of a sudden snap your fingers, wake up, and be an absolute fucking train wreck. And there's going to be nothing that anyone can do about it, especially after 15 more years of compounded pain and injury. If you have issues now and you're 20, 30, or 40, think about that. If let's say you're 40 years old, split it right down the middle, and you haven't worked out before. We're not adding from, since you were 20 years. No, let's say since you really stopped being active, you start playing video games and sitting around, let's say, 10. That's like 20, 30 fucking years of you not taking care of your body, of not eating properly, of not exercising, not stretching, not doing yoga, not, listening to knowledge nukes, not taking an active invested interest in your health. 20 or 30 years. If you're 50, could be 30 or 40 years. I mean, it starts getting to a number where you're like, holy shit, pretty much my entire life I haven't been healthy. How am I still fucking alive? And honestly, the way I see some people eat, the way I see some people that are older than me in the supermarket, the way I see them shopping, the way I see them eating or taking care of themselves or lack thereof, I can't imagine not working out at least a few times a week. I mean, I have my periods where I have to take a couple days off because of busyness, or if I get sick, or if it happens. But I see people that literally have never worked out in their life. And I'm like, how do you breathe? How do you wake up and breathe and live without moving at all? If I don't work out for a few days, I feel flat and I feel weak and I feel stiff. I know in the back of my head I'll get back into it if I was out for a reason, but I can't imagine doing that for 30 years and being a fucking hot mess for 40 years or 50 years. And the fact of the matter is, you see these people that are 60 and 70 and they're in wheelchairs and they're on respirators. These are the same people. These are the same people. And some of you watching this are genetically predisposed to bad health. You have a history of heart disease, you have a history of diabetes, you have a family history of neural disease, whatever it is. But a lot of you are already predisposed to having issues and you're not doing anything about it. And that's not even just foolish, that's stupid. It's fucking stupid. And you're pretty much slowly committing suicide. We're all gonna die anyway, but you're literally just speeding up you're like, you know what? This tick, 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 tick bullshit, brrr, speed it up, fucking Price is Right. You know, all right, Bob Barker or fucking what's his name is doing that shit now. You know, Drew Carey, whatever the fuck. If that show, I'm sure that show will be on for 1,000 years. But literally, you are just speeding up your clock. You don't care, and don't tell me that you care. Show me that you care. Don't tell me, oh, I'm going to do it, or I'm going to do this. I need to figure out this, or I need to work on my program. I need to, first I need to get a good diet. I haven't been doing things right, or I'm a beginner and I haven't, I need this diet to start. I need this workout to start. No, you need to get off your fucking ass and start. I don't care what's been holding you back. I don't care if you're sick, you're injured. I don't care if you're lazy. I don't care. Don't tell me, fucking show me. Don't tell me, fucking show me. Today and this week, and the theme of Swolenormous is for you to shut your fucking mouth and do something. I don't care where it is. Start the business you want to start. Call your family member that you want to call. Tell your spouse, your loved one, that how you feel about them. Tell yourself that you actually want to live. Just do something and stop talking about doing it in your head and to other people. Because I'll tell you what, no one fucking cares. No one cares what you're going to do. No one cares what you want to do. People barely even fucking care what you actually do. No one really cares what you do. Everyone's thinking about themselves. So in reality, what do you care about? Do you want to live? Then stop talking about getting in shape. Stop talking about starting a diet. Stop waiting till the first of the month. Stop waiting till after you get that raise. Stop waiting till after you lose weight. I want to build muscle, but I will lose weight first. Stop waiting until, the summer. Stop fucking waiting. Just do it. It's so annoying. It's so annoying when I hear people talk and they haven't started yet. You know how easy it is to get outside your door and just walk somewhere? Just fucking walk. That's called starting. That's called starting. Do some push-ups. I have so many videos on my YouTube channel. You could start with the 3 or 4 or 5 bodyweight exercises I have on there. And just start something. Start something. Not to mention, it doesn't cost you anything when you sign up for premium. You get a 7-day fucking free trial, and then it's only $11 a month. You spend less on fucking cigarettes or chips or donuts. In a week probably, then that costs you in a month. 7-day trial, you have no excuse, literally no excuse. So if you're one of those people, and think about it hard, I'm not insulting you, I'm telling you the truth. If you're one of those people that have not yet started, you need to click the link in the description and sign up 7 days for free. There's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse possibly necessary. And I'll see all of you in premium later today for the push-up breakdown. I want to break down that in detail, and I'm also going to upload right now the video from yesterday into the albums tab. It's already on the playlist or in the discussions forum for the pull-up negative, but I'm going to upload that into the album so you all have that as well. Peace out. Thank you for joining me for episode 305 of the Muscular Podcast, the most muscular podcast in the realm. Papa Swole, yo, fucking Normus' Daily Swole, Everest, K2, flexing on you, knowledge nukes like a boss, lit like a tit, episode 305. Episode 305 was fucking on fire, wasn't it? Remember, every single episode, every day, right here, Facebook Live, 12 noon Eastern Time. Thanks for watching on YouTube at Swolenormous and listening to the Most Muscular Podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. If you can't watch every episode, catch them all there. Peace in the East of the United States. Oh.